Cage 60 on the 25th of November at the Helsinki Culture House. Live on Viaplay and Cage.fi.
Mika Rasanen taking his time, waiting for his moment in the song.
Yeah, Mika Rasanen taking his sweet time so far.
I mean, it's a good song, so I don't mind, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's free as a bird right now, getting prepared to head over to the cage.
I wonder, does he wait for the solo, you know?
That could be it. That could be it.
A couple minutes in.
Either way, a very, very experienced MMA practitioner, both a gold and silver medalist in the Finnish Nationals, ADCC Finnish champion 2021, Bachelor of Sports Studies, and he has represented the Finnish national teams on several occasions. He also holds a notable victory over Sweden's Benjamin Hadjijan via round one knee bar in the 2022 IMAF World Championships.
Yeah, excellent. He's a Finnish national MMA champion, as mentioned, and a national team member. And Mika Rasanen likes to finish fights. So let's see what he's got here tonight for Miro Honkanen, who also likes to finish fights.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like these two are kind of two sides of the same coin.
This is, of course, also their third matchup against one another. And they're 1-1. So that's an interesting dynamic going into this third fight.
Punaisen kulmaukseen imatralaisottelija Miro Honkanen.
Miro Honkanen, fighting out of MMA Imatra in Imatra, Finland, will now make the walk to the cage. And Miro, interestingly, has a pretty substantial experience gap between himself and Mika Rasanen, with over 30, or excuse me, nearly 40 amateur fights.
Yeah, that is some hardcore experience right there for Miro Honkanen. And for those who don't have Finnish as a first language, his nickname Rosta means whip. So we'll see if he can snap his way to a victory here tonight in this trilogy bout between the two. And he's also extremely credentialed. 2016 Finnish BJJ champ, 2016 junior MMA champion, 2017 Finnish no-gi bronze medalist, 2018 MMA bronze medalist, 2020 kickboxing silver medalist, 2019 IMAF world bronze medalist, 2021 Finnish MMA champion, 2022 ADCC and Nordic national champion, 2022 no-gi Finnish champion. I mean, the list goes on.
Dear God.
There are more credentials. I just gotta take a breath between there. He's also a bronze medals in boxing, and yeah, the list goes on.
Yeah, quite the accolades, you know, but all just overall an excellent grappler, very aggressive, which is not surprising considering he has the brute Romeo Thunvera in his corner here tonight. This is going to be an exciting matchup. I'm quite keen to see how this third fight turns out, just to see, you know, what exactly wrinkles have they added to their game. They're 1-1 now. I think this is the definitive match, so to speak. And here we go to the tail of the tape. And obviously, Miro Honkanen has an advantage in height, or excuse me, in reach, but of course also a little bit there in height. And, you know, otherwise, of course, they're roughly the same age, and of course, same weight.
Sinisessä kulmauksessa ottelija Joensuusta, joka on amatööriurallaan voittanut 12 ja hävinnyt 8 ottelua. Hän edustaa Combat Heavenia. Hyvä yleisö, Mika Rasanen! Punaisessa kulmauksessa ottelija Imatralta. Hän on amatööriurallaan voittanut 28 ja hävinnyt 11 ottelua. Hän edustaa MMA Imatraa. Hyvät naiset ja herrat, Miro Honkanen!
Here we have it, Miro Honkanen and Mika Rasanen about to get this third match, this trilogy matchup started.
Winner takes it all, folks. Will it be long and lanky Honkanen or the thicker, the muscular Räsänen?
Of course, Haji Mohammed in charge of the action here. This second amateur matchup at cage 59.
Yeah, no question Mika Rasanen has, you know, the far thicker physique here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, Miro Honkanen considers himself something of an arm lock specialist, but when you're, you know, the longer, lengthier fighter, that can sometimes be difficult to do to the shorter, stockier fella.
Yeah, there's always pros and cons with all those little aspects. I do like though that Honkanen, he set out towards different parts of Northern Europe to train. He was at All Stars this summer, where he trained with, amongst others, Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat actually told him that he looked like a white Nate Diaz.
Okay. I mean, I feel like Sugar Sean O'Malley would be a more apt, you know, because you don't even have to bridge
I mean, in terms of build, sure.
Yeah, that pawing jab. I could see some Diaz references.
And if you were to shave the mustache of Honkanen, change the haircut, I mean, I understand what Khamzat sees. Oh, that was a right hand that got through there for Räsänen.
Ooh, solid leg kick there for Räsänen as well. I think what we're going to see here, though, is that Miro Honkanen, as he gets more comfortable, he's going to continue to pepper with the jab, and I think he's going to find his. I think he's going to find his rhythm on the feet, perhaps just a bit better.
As mentioned, Milwaukee's two very well-credentialed young amateurs.
You know, immediately when looking at, you know, just the difference in movement between Miro Honkanen and Mika Rasanen, Honkanen just appears to have the kind of, you know, there's no better way to say it for me, but the more educated striking.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It does a little bit more pop to the shots.
A little more fluid, a little more put together. You're seeing a couple shots at a time rather than, you know, a blaze in. But that doesn't really help you if somebody's got your neck or arm.
But look at that. Jumps over to the other side to alleviate the pressure. Let's see here. Räsänen tries getting back up, but he ends up giving up his back.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be as a shorter fighter with a long-limbed individual on your back.
It looked like he was thinking about rolling out of it. Oh, he ends up on the bottom instead. Perhaps a little bit of a tactical error there for Räsänen.
I would agree.
Both these fighters have proudly represented a Finnish national team.
Honkanen sneaks in, you know, a couple shots and then moves position. And of course, he cannot elbow to the head.
I'm sure he would like to.
Oh, yeah, I mean, a lot of things I think he'd like to do there. Excellent first round for Miro Honkanen.
Yeah, those 3 minutes just flew by. It's just two very, very skilled amateur fighters, though I would say that Honkanen definitely got the better of most of the exchanges. I mean, look at that. The way that he threw that uppercut, there's just a sense of fluidity to it.
Yeah, and you know, also diving into that takedown, it just feels like on the feet, Miro Honkanen is a little bit more composed, a little more aware of where he's standing in relation to Mika Rasanen, and is able to put things together just a little bit better. Now, that's not to say that Rasanen is not good at that. I just think that there's maybe a little bit, perhaps Miro Honkanen is a bit more warm. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. But, you know, some fighters sometimes are slow starters. I mean, I know that Forrest Griffin was notorious for saying on several occasions that he needed to get a couple punches to the face in order to wake up in the fight.
Yeah, and I mean, 3 minutes is not a long time either. So like a 3-minute round blazes by. You don't even...
How about Piotr Jan, who almost traditionally will always lose the first round, just sort of gauging distance and finding the rhythm.
Yeah, no problem finding the rhythm for Miro Honkanen, though. Let's see if he maintains it or if Räsänen is able to kind of get warm and put together a bit more viable offense on the feet. Oh, there he goes with a solid left hand. Honkanen fires back.
Oh, catches the kick. Does Räsänen, can he get the takedown? Yes, he does.
Honkanen, that felt more like Honkanen getting a hold of a neck, though, to me. Yes, that was indeed, you know, a takedown for Räsänen, but it looked like Honkanen was hoping to go for that guillotine.
And it looks like Räsänen, he was almost about to step over into full mount.
Now you got this dense lad on top of you, and he's got a whole round with which to work. Granted, a short round, but that is a whole round. Let's see if Honkanen can be crafty and escape this position, because... okay, intriguing.
Looked like we were almost going to get a reversal there. Not quite, though. Räsänen wise to it. Those long limbs of Honkanen are really giving Räsänen some trouble, so...
Yeah, he's got that kind of knee shield up and then puts it away, but... let's see if that allows him to threaten with the submission off his back.
And is it just me, or does Honkanen have a Killer Clown from Terrifier tattooed on his left leg?
I mean, there's a whole mess of tattoos there. I don't...
Yeah, but if you got a Killer Clown tattooed on you, I feel like that's kind of like a statement, like, hey, don't mess with me.
Touche. Yeah, I mean...
so far, Räsänen not able to advance from the half guard position. Oh, he gets so close every time, but as soon as he does, Honkanen adjusts.
Yeah, he's just got an aware and active defensive game, and then he's able to get up and then turn this into a potential high crotch or single leg. Well, take the back, kind of whatever he wants there.
Yeah.
You know, I would say that in many cases here, this is Miro Honkanen's fight to lose. That's the feeling I get from watching them through the course of, you know, 7 minutes or whatever the case may be here.
I really did like Räsänen's adjustment there, though, as Honkanen was trying to sort of pull him down basically to the canvas and take his back. Again, a very well-made adjustment from Räsänen. Once again ends up on top, and honestly, this could be what wins him the round, because there hasn't been a whole lot of striking exchanges, and the dominant positions on the ground have all been Räsänen's.
Yeah, I mean, that is very much the case. Oh, big hard shots from the top too from Mika Rasanen. That's what you want to see. And then Räsänen, you know, looking for a neck at the end of that round. But I believe Miro Honkanen will be the fresher fighter going into this third round.
I mean, traditionally, based on their physiques, somebody with Honkanen's physique will most likely have a little bit of a bigger gas tank.
Yeah, but I mean, Räsänen, hey, that's a baksu poika. That's a thick dude.
Oh, yeah. He is, as Brendan Schaub would say, a thick boy. Some of that action, there's nice kick to the body there for Honkanen. And it was kind of like they were both sort of going for something at the same time. I think you're correct there, Steve, in that Honkanen was trying to jump and perhaps grab the neck, but at the same time, Räsänen was trying to get a top position, which he ended up getting as well.
Seconds out.
Yeah, Honkanen just has, really good eyes. He's got a good understanding of, where he's at in relation to Räsänen. He's got good fight IQ. He asked for a little hug there, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Though I have been fooled before. Good show of respect from both these guys. Let's see what happens.
And I mean, I am no judge by any means, but I think it's 1 round apiece here in the third one. So this is for all the marbles here.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I mean, these two, they have of course, differing styles, but I think that they're relatively evenly matched in many respects. I just think that the fight IQ of Miro Honkanen, when he starts getting into 5-minute rounds, not 5-minute rounds, but rather 5-minute rounds, I think that that's going to serve him really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very excited. Honestly, I'm excited for when both of these fighters do make the move to pro. They're both very well experienced on the amateur scene and in terms of grappling, boxing, and so forth.
And with a bit more time to work, that will benefit Räsänen as well, because once he gets to those top positions, he seems pretty decent at controlling them.
Takedown defense holding up, but just as you say that, look at that. Honkanen very nicely gets to side control. He's got that body lock.
Let's see if Honkanen is able to make anything happen with this short time remaining. Just about 1.5 minutes in this third and final round. Oh, wow. Very, very excellent maneuvering from Räsänen. That, scored
reversal.
top position, yeah.
And it's kind of like he was very aware of what Honkanen was doing as he was following. Because I thought Honkanen was doing a great job at sort of following the hips of Räsänen and keeping that top position. But then Räsänen rolled at just the right moment and managed to turn around. So, I mean, again, very evenly matched competitors here. Both of them have a bright future for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But in this kind of exchange, what you're seeing is there is more damage, in my opinion, being done by Mika Honkanen right now, despite being on the bottom. Those short shots to the head, it isn't doing much, but it is perhaps doing much, more than a right hand to the body, so to speak. So,
yeah, if there is a knock on Räsänen, I would like to see him open up the ground and pound a little bit more.
Yeah, hard to be able to do that, without perhaps elbows, considering I get the feeling both of these guys wish they could elbow right now. Because Honkanen, it looked like he was throwing those shots to the head, those punches to the head, but it looked like he really wanted to slice through with an elbow.
That was a nice right.
Yeah, Räsänen opening up, this is good to see. And there's not a whole lot of time here. So this top position, this top control, this may have won the fight for Mika Rasanen.
And he has to stay upright as well as Honkanen goes for a last-ditch takedown attempt. He gets it, the jockey for position.
Yeah, he's got that wizard. I think, here's the thing. There's just not enough time in that round for Miro Honkanen to really have gotten a good, solid moment in.
Yeah.
So I really think that it's very possible Mika Rasanen cemented that round as well and will win this 2-1.
I'm inclined to agree there. I mean, I guess we can say on our unofficial commentator scorecards, Räsänen got the last 2 rounds.
Unqualified scorecards is what I would, yes. But Miro Honkanen, I think 5-minute rounds will definitely benefit him a bit more. Here we see the two up against the cage, and Miro Honkanen dumps Mika Rasanen and is able to secure top position. Here we see he's got his back, and that's when Räsänen is able to do that really slick reversal and wind up in the top position where he remained for the rest of the round, or for most of the rest of the round. But there was where it felt like Honkanen wanted to sneak in an elbow or two, if only he could. Goes for the armbar, nothing doing. Good defense from Räsänen.
I guess, high-level grappling there from Räsänen to recognize the right moment to roll and turning as he did so. I mean, it's just the future Finnish MMA is bright, basically, any way you cut it.
Yeah, absolutely. These two await the final decision from the judges. That feels like, you know, Räsänen has the Got Sisu shirt, and that feels like such a dated reference in a way. Like the Got Milk
Is
campaign.
he even old enough to remember that commercial?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hyvä yleistäminen toinen amatööriottelu otellaan niin ikään täyteen aikaan. Otteluvoittaja tuomariston hajaäänipäätöksellä. Blue corner, Mika Rasanen.
Yep, there you have it. Mika Rasanen was just able to put more moments together. You know, both of these guys excellent competitors, but Mika Rasanen was able to take it home tonight. So, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at watching a fourth fight between these two and a fifth, because they are both, you know, they bring something interesting to the equation. And Miro Honkanen, you know, I think has an obvious advantage in the striking. And Räsänen, of course, with a more obvious ability to control from the top position. Very good fight. Looking forward to seeing more from both of these two.
Cage 60 on the 25th of November at the Helsinki Culture House. Live on Viaplay and Cage.fi.